There might be some keys to the successful facilitations, but I'd like to introduce a key of goal-oriented facilitation today. You might think of the facilitation as to get an idea from the team member, or once you have some ideas from the members, to organize or structure of all those information or ideas, and you take them as facilitation. But this is just a part of the technique of facilitation. To make your facilitation more successful, you need to understand this. This is a case of a common mistake, which I call reactive facilitation. You can see the start at the bottom, and you can see the goal on the right-hand side on the top. The red line represents the facilitator, and blue line represents the other members in your team. As you can see, the facilitator in red line is always reactively following the other members' opinions. It depends on the member's opinion and thoughts about where to go. Sometimes you may end up with the wrong goal, as you can see. This is the worst case. You reached wrong goal again, or here's another wrong case. This is simply because you are reactively following or reacting the other members. It seems right to listen to what they are saying and react what they're saying, but this is a common mistake, and how you can solve this issue. Now you can see this is a logical path to the goal, which I call proactive facilitation. The right or effective goal-oriented facilitator is always set up the goal. They define or clarify what you need to say as a conclusion first. You do not necessarily have to have a conclusion itself, but you have to understand clearly what to say. So in order to say that conclusion, you need to draw a right path, or you can say logical path, what to discuss, what kind of information, opinion you will need, and then next, what you need. And then the next discussion will be like, then you need to, if you have a right path or logical path from the start to the goal, you can have this path in your mind always when you facilitate the team. Once you start the facilitation, your team members may not perfectly or precisely follow your path, but in most cases that's okay, simply because you know you understand the original path. You do not have to bring them back to the original path, but you need to be aware of the gap between the original path and reality. Sometimes you can ignore the gap, but sometimes you should not. In such case, you can bring them back to the original discussion to say, hey, we are getting into the wrong path. We need to come back to this discussion of the questions. So whenever you keep this path, then you can achieve the ultimate goal you set up in the beginning. So this is proactive. This is important that you should have this picture before the discussion. You should not draw this line while you are facilitating. but this is always the case of the failure. So please keep it in your mind that you draw this map or you draw this path ahead of the facilitation or discussion. This is what is called goal-oriented logical facilitation.